Good evening, or sorry, good morning. I haven't even had my cup of coffee yet, but good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in already. We've got a morning game between the Peregrinos and the Conquistadores. The Conquistadores are as they get ready to come out on the field. The umpires are here. Hopefully, you're here as well. Peregrinos and the Conquistadores today in this morning game. Conquistadores, as we're going to mention, the home team, they'll be on the field first as they have their team huddle before the game starts. Defensively, Conquistadores, shortstop Joel Cortez, center fielder Capono Kahali, left fielder Connor Anderson, first base Braylon Reynolds for the Conquistadores, batting fourth also. Jeshoa Smart, the right fielder, Theodoros Matrixikos, the second baseman. I have a tough time with Theodoros, I'm sorry if you're listening. Third baseman Clayton Blummel, who did a great job on the mound. Here in the PRIBL, Hayden Bledsoe doing the catching for the starting pitcher Julian Detrixie, and the designated hitter who's batting ninth, Braden Kaler. Kaler's had a really nice PRIBL. As we highlight a lot of these players, that is the Conquistadores defensively. On the mound, again, Julian Detrixie. Bledsoe will be catching him. And the Peregrinos starting lineup, the leadoff hitter, and he is the birthday boy from yesterday. Went 3 for 3 actually yesterday. His family listening, I'm sure, and his dad's here in attendance in the ballpark. Angel Fuentes, the shortstop, batting first for Peregrinos. Center fielder Nicholas Mack batting second. Third hitter in the lineup for Peregrinos. They'll be batting first. Third baseman Manny Gonzalez, Samuel Meisner, the cleanup hitter, batting fourth, playing left field. First baseman Big Luca Morales, who had a big grand slam yesterday. Wonderful at-bats he's been taking. He put a star by his name. He'll be batting fifth today against the Conquistadores. Julian Detrixie is going to have his hands full with this lineup. They can swing the bat. Tobias Ramsey, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Batting seventh and playing right field for Peregrinos, Jacob Straknick. The second baseman, Dominic Diaz, gets the start, batting eighth and playing second base. Extra hitter batting ninth, Adrian Perez, and doing the catching for Matthias Mason. Mason on the mound. For Peregrinos, Noah Aranda. Aranda, the catcher, batting 10th. So those are the lineups and the defensive alignments for Peregrinos and Conquistadores on this beautiful June 19th. So if you celebrate Juneteenth, then happy Juneteenth. Peregrinos and Conquistadores, the 10 o'clock game. Conquistadores are the home team in their red and blue uniforms, light blue uniforms, are on the field, getting their warm-up tosses in as we get ready to start this 10 o'clock game. I know we're at 10:14, but it's the 10 o'clock game no matter what. I know Angel Fuentes is excited to get in the batter's box and get things started for his Peregrinos team. Thank you so much for your attendance. This is Anthony DeSanto live with the PRIBL, Puerto Rican International Baseball League in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. A beautiful Thursday in Aguadilla. Great weather here at Luis Marquez Stadium in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Here's the first pitch at 10:14, fouled out of play. Angel Fuentes attacks the first offering from the starting pitcher, Julian Detrixie. Once again, Peregrinos and Conquistadores. Ball's hammered foul again, out of play. Leadoff hitter Angel Fuentes. Battles with an 0-2 count now. Good pitching from Julian DeTrixie, as that one stays low with the off-speed delivery. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast, wherever you're listening from. The 1-2, taken just low. Nobody on and nobody out. This is the top of the first inning. Julian DeTrixie on the mound for the Conquistadores. Conquistadores are having a great PRIBLs. That's taken just inside. Tried the inside corner, but just missed. And now Fuentes reaches. So leadoff base runner and leadoff hitter aboard for Peregrinos in the top of the first inning. Now stepping in for Peregrinos, Nicholas Mack, the center fielder, batting second, and from the left side as he takes his hacks against Julian DeTrixie. Gets away briefly from Hayden Bledsoe. Hayden Bledsoe, the catcher for Conquistadores. Now runner on second base. Fuentes in scoring position already in the top of the first inning. Taken wide. So the runner in scoring position, let's see what Julian DeTrixie has up his sleeve. Second baseman checking on Fuentes. That ball stays low. Bledsoe does a good job of knocking that one down. This is the top of the first inning. No score, but threatening are the Peregrinos with a 3-0 count to Nicholas Mack. Julian DeTrixie getting himself into some trouble here. There's a strike, hits the corner. You don't want to walk back-to-back base runners. Hitters are looking for their pitch, and hopefully DeTrixie can get. There's a good pitch right there. See? Just took one strike to get him back in this count. So now it's a full count. Nobody out. Runner on at second base. It's the leadoff hitter, Fuentes, takes his lead. And that's taken for ball 4. So back-to-back walks. 2 runners now. DeTrixie in a little bit of a pickle here. Conquistadores and Peregrinos. Here's the pitch. Runners on first and second, scoring position for dangerous Manny Gonzalez. Gonzalez playing third base, takes a strike there. Good pitch from DeTrixie. Leading things off with a strike. Your percentages go up if you're a pitcher to get the batter out if you start off with a strike. And there now he's in a whole 0-2. So good job of pitching right there from DeTrixie. Your batting average goes up if the pitcher falls behind, and it goes down when the pitcher works ahead. That's what DeTrixie's doing right here in this at-bat to Manny Gonzalez. Good pitch right there. Taken for a ball, stolen base. Fuentes gets himself double steal in scoring position, 90 feet away now. Double steal. Good job by the runners to take the extra base there on the stolen base, so both runners get credited for a stolen base. Fuentes walked. Mack walked, and now they stole a base in both in scoring position. Manny Gonzalez bats. Just missed. Don't know where that one was. It must have been inside right there. Good pitch nonetheless. Julian DeTrixie is battling here. Working hard already in the top of the first inning. No score, no outs. threatening are the Peregrinos. Good block by Bledsoe to keep that one in front. Fuentes can't take home plate on that one. So second and third, 2 runners in scoring position. Maybe a base hit here for Manny Gonzalez to break this inning open. No score and nobody out. Runners, though, on second and third, Mack and Fuentes. Here's Manny Gonzalez at the plate. Hammers it into right field. Right field going back deep. Fly ball. It's going to be a sacrifice fly. Each runner is going to tag up, and 1 run scores. In the top of the first inning, Fuentes comes in to score. Mack on third. Manny Gonzalez with a sacrifice fly. Deep fly ball. Good job by the right fielder to track that one. That is Joshua Smart. Mr. Smart, I got to talk with him yesterday. Man, that guy has got tons of flavor and swag. I wish I was as cool as Team Smart. Good job by the right fielder Smart to corral that first out. Big out right there on the deep fly ball. Good job by the right fielder to track that one and bring it in quickly. But still a runner on third base with the dangerous Samuel Meisner. Samuel Meisner, the left fielder, batting fourth today for Peregrinos. 1 out, 1 run is in. Taken just inside. Manny Gonzalez with the sacrifice fly. Thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast. Hope you're enjoying it. Here's the pitch from DeTrixie. Hammered, foul. Had to get out of the way, did Nicholas Mack. That was right over his head as he was taking his lead. Meisner was all over that pitch right there, but hammered it foul. 1 out, runner on third. 1 run is in the top of the first inning. Meisner the batter. Here's the pitch. Taken wide, good eye by Samuel Meisner. We saw him on the mound earlier this week, and he absolutely dominated. I was really impressed with his outing. He's had a really good PRIBL at the plate yesterday. Hammers that one. Got jammed a little bit. That might squirt. And no, good job by the catcher, shortstop to catch that one. No tag. Bledsoe keeps it in front of him. The shortstop, wow, really impressive catch by the shortstop, Joel Cortez for Conquistadores. Big out. Big time play by the shortstop. The center fielder was coming in, closing in, but the shortstop also did a great job of closing in on that ball to catch that one for the second out. No advancement, but 2 outs. Nicholas Mack still on third base. The dangerous Luca Morales steps in. Takes a high fastball offering from Julian DeTrixie. Ball 1. Luca Morales is one of the most dangerous hitters in the PRIBL. Bats with the runner on third base. Hammers that ball through the infield. An RBI base hit for Luca Morales. Man, his numbers are just going up, and away. So RBI base hit for Luca Morales. Nicholas Mack scores 2-0 in the top of the first inning. Conquistadores. Julian DeTrixie got into trouble after he walked the first 2 hitters, allowing them both to score. Jam shot past the middle infield into center field. Tomas Ramsey keeps the inning alive for his Peregrinos team. Now Luca Morales in scoring position. Back-to-back base hits. Luca Morales and Tomas Ramsey. 2 outs. Stepping in Jacob Straknik. I got to talk with him on Monday. He said he's of Polish descent. And I said Dzień dobry. That's my best good morning in Polish. My sister dated a Polish kid in high school, Chris Dabrowski. Chris with a K. Nice guy. Anyway, Jacob Straknik, the batter, the 7th hitter to bat in this top of the first inning against Julian DeTrixie. There goes Luca Morales from third base. He's going to get it standing up. Wow, good job, Luca Morales, to get the stolen base. Now he's 90 feet away on third base. So first and third with 2 outs. Luca Morales did a good job of reading the timing and stole third base standing up. First and third, here's the pitch. just inside and low. Jacob Straknik, the right fielder for Peregrinos. They've already scored 2 runs in the top of the first inning, but there's 2 outs now, first and third. Let's see what Peregrinos can do here. Ramsey, the base runner, he got a base hit in this inning. He's on first base. He stays there. That ball's hammered into right field. That's going to land for a base hit. So Jacob Straknik gets an RBI base hit, and Ramsey turning the corner, and he's now on third base. So first and third again. Jacob Straknik hammered that ball into right field for an RBI base hit. 3-0 in the top of the first inning. Brings up Dominic Diaz. Diaz playing second base and batting 8th. First and third, 2 outs. Diaz gets the at-bat here. Already in the top of the first inning, 3-0. This Conquistador team is in trouble right here. They've had a really good PRIBL, but right now they're down 3-0 in the top of the first inning. Peregrinos are fighting in this first inning. Stolen base for Straknik. Straknik takes second base on the stolen base. So they're running wild here on Conquistadores. A base hit here would definitely score 2 runs with 2 outs running on the hit and contact. A base hit would be back-breaking here. Actually, yesterday, the Peregrinos also scored 5 runs in the first inning yesterday. Luca Morales hit a grand slam yesterday. They were up 5-0 early. Right now, they're up early here, 3-0. A base hit would bring it to 5-0. That would be a tough hole to come out of as Diaz comes up empty right there. Good job by Trixie to get in on the kitchen of Diaz. Dominic Diaz now battling, trying to pick up runners from second and third. Luca Morales on third. Straknik on second base after he stole second base after he had an RBI base hit, so he's had a really nice day. Tomas Ramsey also getting a base hit this inning. Luca Morales getting a base hit this inning. It's 4 stolen bases this inning as he walks Diaz. Diaz aboard to load him up in the first inning. That's the 3rd walk of this inning. But there is 2 outs. There is 2 outs. Bases are loaded in the top of the first inning. The first out was caught by the right fielder Smart. He was smart to get after that ball. Nobody enjoys my puns and dad jokes. Maybe it's too early. Once again, I haven't had my coffee yet. Yesterday I had a fantastic latte. Regular milk. It was a small. I got my wife a large. Delicious. It was from just a food truck, a coffee truck. What do you call those? Coffee trucks, food trucks? I don't know. Either way, it was dynamite. Bases loaded here in the top of the first inning. Peregrinos and Conquistadores locked up in a battle right here. Peregrinos jumping out to a 3-0 lead. Bases loaded. Adrian Perez gets his at bat. That's out of play. Foul. Heads up over there. Good night. You never want to get hit by a foul ball. Mr. Fuentes on that ball. He's been all over the place here, tracking those balls, foul balls. His son walked and stole a base and scored in the first inning. Ball's fouled back. So Adrian Perez in an 0-2 hole with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Morales still on third base after he had an RBI hit. Ramsey on third base. Straknik on second base. He had an RBI base hit this inning. He stole a base. That's how he got to second. Dominic Diaz just walked. He's on first. Adrian Perez bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Julian Trixie. Cued. Squirted just foul. That would have been a tough play. Or run definitely would have scored there. I don't know if he would have got the speedy Perez. But it's foul. Still 0-2. Battling is Adrian Perez. 1-2, sorry, my fault. This is Anthony DeSanto live bringing you this broadcast. I'll be with you in the PRIBL the rest of the month until this season is over. It's a Woodbat College League. Last year was my first year doing this. I had a really nice time with it. Stays inside, almost clipped. Adrian Perez, the ninth batter in this inning. Noah Aranda, the catcher on deck. Aranda taking his warm-up swings. Let's see if he gets an at-bat or if Julian DeTrixie can end the top of the inning right here. Hammered into the ground. Third baseman over. Shortstop gets it. Throws across the diamond. Hits the runner. Trickles away into right field, allowing 2 runs to score. 2 runs, 5-0. 5 runs in this top of the first inning. That's a base hit for Adrian Perez. RBI base hit. So error on the throw, allowing the second run to score. That was a base hit, though, for Adrian Perez. Noah Aranda now bats. He's the 10th batter in the top of the first inning. I don't know what Julian DeTrixie's pitch count is, but it is climbing as that ball is low. 1 ball and no strikes. 5-0 is the score in the top of the first inning. So that's very interesting in the PRIBL. Peregrino scoring 5 runs in the first inning yesterday and scoring 5 runs today in back-to-back games. Man, there goes the runner from first base. Takes a strike. Good pitch from DeTrixie. Adrian Perez, after his RBI base hit, steals second base. So now runners in scoring position, second and third. Diaz and Perez, the base runners. Comes up empty. Good pitch right there to Noah Aranda. You never want to see a pitcher struggle or a team struggle, but Julian DeTrixie is struggling here. He has 3 walks this inning. He's given up 3 base hits, and that spells trouble. Good block by Bledsoe right there. Ball in the dirt. Hayden Bledsoe, the catcher for Conquistadores. Conquistadores down 5-0 in the top of the first inning already. 2 outs, though. Runners on second and third. Noah Aranda, the batter. Here's the pitch. Hammered into left field. Left fielder is right there. Good job of DeTrixie to get out. Aranda gave it a ride and hit it really hard, but right to the center fielder and the left fielder and right into his glove for the third out. Connor Anderson caught the third out. So that does it for Peregrinos. They do score 5. 5-0 is the score in the top of the first inning. And the home team, the Conquistadores, coming to bat against Matthias Mason and Peregrinos. This is Anthony DeSanto, live with the PRIBL in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. I'll be back in a minute. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is Anthony DeSanto, the voice of the PRIBL. Thank you for being with us on this beautiful Thursday in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Beautiful day again. It is a little bit partly cloudy, but I mean every day is fairly partly cloudy here. But either way, temperature is 79 degrees. Hope you're enjoying wherever you're listening from. I know I am. Beautiful day, beautiful stadium here in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Beautiful game of baseball. Here's the first pitch from Matthias Mason. Joel Cortez, the batter. I had a brief conversation with Joel yesterday. A nice guy. He asked me if I was saying nice things about him, and I'm trying my best to say nice things about everybody. He's the leadoff hitter for his Conquistadores. Takes that ball high. His Conquistadores are down by 5, though. They are the home team. So let's see what they do in the bottom of the first inning against Matthias Mason. Mason misses right there. To the leadoff hitter, Joel Cortez. Cortez playing shortstop, had a great play in the top of the inning. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Joel Cortez. He's now on first base. Brings up the dangerous Capono Cahala. Capono has had a nice PRIBL on the mound. He struggled a little bit with control, but a bunch of strikeouts to help him out in his outing. Really impressive baseball player, Capono Cahala, center fielder, batting second. Hammers that one straight back. He's all over that one. Let's see how Matthias Mason, the starting pitcher for Peregrinos, attacks this Conquistadores. Mason and the Peregrinos have a 5-0 lead. This is the bottom of the first inning. Runner on first base, nobody out. Joel Cortez is on the move. Stands up with the stolen base. Interesting enough, Joel Cortez said that he was suffering with a little bit of tendinitis in his knee, but he steals that base, and he takes a big lead, and then he's off again. Man, not bothering him. Second stolen base this inning. The dangerous Joel Cortez, speedy Joel Cortez, now on third base. Capono Cahala, the batter right now for Conquistadores, trying to chip away at this 5-0 lead. That ball's to the backstop. Bounces right back to the catcher, though, so Cortez cannot take home. We mentioned a bunch of times the backstop here is a brick facade area, so the balls that get back to the backstop there come back quickly to the catcher. Runner on third, taken high. Oh, diving back is Joel Cortez, the catcher for the Peregrinos, Noah Aranda. Throwing behind to get the would-be base steal. He does that time. The ball trickles away from the third baseman. So Cahala is now aboard with a walk. That's not what you want to do here if you are Matthias Mason and Peregrinos. You have a 5-0 lead. Last thing you want to do is give it back in the bottom of the inning. Runners on first and third now. Nobody out. The dangerous Connor Anderson from the left side bats. Connor Anderson and Conquistadores threatening here. There goes the runner. Takes a strike. So that's the third stolen base this inning. 2 by Cortez. He's now on third base after he walked. And now Capono steals second base. He's on second. Slaps it to left field. That's a fair baseball. Down, 2 runs will score. Anderson turns the corner. He's on his way to second base. Stops right there on second base as the throw comes in from the left fielder. Samuel Meisner, the left fielder, does a good job of getting that ball and limiting Anderson to only a double, but that's a two-base, two-run RBI hit. He's now on second base. 2 runs are in. Score is 5-2. Still nobody out. Braylon Reynolds, the batter. There goes Anderson to third. Slides in safely. Good throw right there by Aranda. But the base runner, Anderson, steals third base. That's the 4th stolen base this inning. So Anderson is lighting up his box score already. He's got a double, 2 runs brought in. Heads up, everybody. Ding. Oh, most a play by our good friend. Brings that ball in. Good job, Buffalo. Runners on third base, scoring position. Slap to right field. Right fielder moves back and over. Drops the ball. He had it and dropped the ball. Runner's going to score. So Anderson comes in with the next run. That's 3 runs in. I don't know if we're going to give him a hit there. It was in the glove and it popped out. I'm going to give him an error. Smart now bats. There goes the runner. Reynolds slides in safely. Stolen base. Safe at second with the 5th stolen base. Jehoshua Smart, the batter. Smart bats with a runner in scoring position. He's been hitting the ball really well in the PRIBL. Let's see what he can do here with the Conquistadores down. There goes Reynolds again. Hammers it to third base. Third baseman, oh, wow. Tags the runner out and gets thrown out at first base. So Reynolds was stealing third base. Smart hit the ball right to the third baseman. Gets tagged. Out does Reynolds. Good job by the third baseman to smother that. Manny Gonzalez for Peregrinos. Fields that one, tags out the runner, and then throws out Smart. Smart hit the ball really well, but right at the third baseman, Manny Gonzalez. Double play, 2 outs now, nobody on base. This is Theodores Matrixis. Mitrozikis. One of these days I'm going to say it correctly without stumbling. So Mitrozikis bats with nobody on base, takes a strike right there. Two outs now, nobody on base. Mitrozikis takes that one inside. Theodores Mitrozikis. Clayton Blummel on deck, gets his swing on. Let's see if he gets a plate appearance here with 2 outs. Taken down low. 5-3 is the score. 3 runs in for Conquistadores in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Peregrinos scored 5 in the top of the 1st inning. Conquistadores come roaring back with 3. And they're still batting with nobody on. 2 outs. Mitrozikis, the batter, takes that one high. Last thing Mason wants to do is put him aboard. It's a full count, 3-2. 3-2 is the count. 2 outs, nobody on base. Theodores Matrixis, the batter, as he gets aboard with a walk. So Mitrozikis does a good job of extending the inning to bring up Clayton Blummel. Blummel did a good job on the mound. Really impressive outing by Clayton Blummel. Let's see how he does here with the stick. 2 outs, runner on first base. Mitrozikis just walked. This is the 7th batter to come to bat taken for a ball high in this bottom of the first inning. 3 runs are in. Peregrinos 5 and Conquistadores 3. And they're still batting. There goes the runner. Theodoris is going to steal second base. He's now on second base in scoring position. That's the 6th stolen base in this bottom of the first inning by Conquistadores. Conquistadores are a dangerous team in the PRIBL. They can run, they can field, they can pitch. I mean, they're one of the best teams, if not the best teams, in the PRIBL. They're down 5-3, but a runner in scoring position. I mean, Clayton Blummel can get a base hit right here. I mean, it'd be a 1-run game with 2 outs. Theodoris definitely would be running. There it goes the backstop. Throw down to third base. He is out on the tag. Good job by the third baseman for Peregrinos to catch it. He has had a really entertaining day already. Manny Gonzalez actually was a part of all 3 outs this inning. Part of the double play and then part of the tag right there at third base. Cuts down the runner, Mitrazikis. So Blummel will be batting when we come back in the bottom of the second inning. But right now, it's 5-3 the score. That does it for the first inning. Peregrinos up 5-3 against the Conquistadores. Top of the second inning, Peregrinos coming to bat. And we'll see you back in a minute. This is Anthony DeSanto with the PRIBL. Comes up empty on the swing. Nick, or Fast Horse, the pitcher now for Conquistadores. Nick Fast Horse. Takes low, the batter for Peregrinos. Very entertaining top and bottom of the first inning. 5-3 is the score. Here's the pitch from Fast Horse. Taken wide. Top of the second inning. Noah Aranda, the batter. Takes ball 4. So Aranda is on base with the walk. This is Angel Fuentes now batting. The top of the second inning, Fuentes batting. Noah Aranda, the catcher for Peregrinos, takes a walk, works a walk for himself. Fuentes already walked in his first at-bat and stole a base and scored. Peregrinos jumped out to a 5-0 lead. The score is 5-3. There goes the runner, Aranda. No throw. He stole that one off the pitcher, Fast Horse. I said it. Oh. Okay, so we had a mix-up, sorry. Aranda and Perez. So did Perez get the at-bat last inning? Okay, so we got to credit Aranda with the RBI base hit and stolen base. And now we give Perez the walk and stolen base. All right, so the statistics might be a little jammed up here. Sorry, folks. But this is Angel Fuentes batting against Nick Fast Horse of Conquistadores. Comes set, does Fast Horse. Checks on the runner, pauses. Goes to the plate, hits off the plate, allowing now the runner to get to third base. So that is Adrian Perez on third base. Just misses inside. Fuentes is a tough at-bat. He's a very good hitter in the PRIBL. He knows the strike zone really well. 5-3 is the score. Top of the second inning, that's inside. So back-to-back walks. There's nobody out. Runners on first and third. Runners on the corners first and third. Angel Fuentes gets another walk. I mean, he clearly knows how to walk. Blessed with a good eye from his parents. And also blessed with good speed. I'd love to know where the speed comes from in the family. I got to talk with Angel's dad. And really nice guy. Wonderful, wonderful person. I try to interact with as many people as I can. There goes Fuentes to second base, a stolen base. That's his second stolen base. So Fuentes, the leadoff hitter for Peregrinos, has done everything right as far as a leadoff hitter is concerned. That's exactly what you want from a leadoff hitter. He's walked twice and stole 2 bags already, and it's only in the top of the second inning. Nicholas Mack also walked. He bats. That's taken down low. So Conquistadores having trouble on the mound today. Conquistadores have done a great job in the PRIBL with everything as a team. They are absolutely a balanced team. But right now they're in the hole 5-3. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. That's Perez and Fuentes as that ball is cued to the third baseman. Third baseman fields it, throws high. Error on the third baseman on the throw. 1 run will score because of it. First baseman tracking the ball, and Fuentes is coming around. We're going to have a play at the plate. Sliding in safely, Fuentes. So runner on first base. Error on the third baseman. 2 runs score. 7-3. Peregrinos scored 5 in the first, and they scored with nobody out. Runner on first base, already 2 runs. As Manny Gonzalez, dangerous Manny Gonzalez, steps in to bat. So error on the third baseman on that play. Nicholas Mack is on first base. He's probably going to be running here, so get ready. He's already got 1 stolen base. He doesn't go yet. Ball's taken over the head of Manny. Manny gets out of the way of that one. Manny being Manny gets out of the way of that one. Scampering over to second base, Nicholas Mack, the 2-hitter. This Peregrinos team is blessed with speed and power. Fuentes and Mack might be the best 1-2 combination in the PRIBL. There goes Mack. Slammed into right center field. Right fielder and center fielder going together. Right fielder catching it. Good job by the right fielder to catch that one. And Nicholas Mack had to scamper back quickly and does. So big out right there. Manny Gonzalez is retired. Right fielder doing a great job to get to that ball. He's made some really nice plays today already. Jehoshua Smart. Very talented right fielder. Good job of corralling that drive from Gonzalez. Gonzalez is now retired. 1 out, and the dangerous Samuel Meisner bats with 1 out, runner on second base. That's Nicholas Mack. There goes Mack again. Throw down from third, or to third from the catcher. Good job by the third baseman to corral that one. That was a wide throw. Blummel has an error this inning, but did a good job to catch that ball from the catcher to save his catcher an error and possibly a run. Meisner pops that one up. Third baseman Blummel giving a chase. He's got room. He's got room. Good catch right there. Excellent job, Clayton Blummel. Third baseman. That's a highlight catch right there. Tons of foul territory here in Luis Cana Marquez Stadium in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Tons of foul room. Clayton Blummel did a great job to get to the baseball there. Watch out for the fence where it changes from the grass to the gravel dirt area. Did a good job to catch that one, and with dos manos, 2 hands, did Clayton Blummel get that. So runner on third base. There are 2 outs. Fast horse pauses, comes to the plate, just misses down low. Luca Morales, the batter now. I would be extremely cautious when pitching to Luca Morales, especially with the base open here. I would not give him anything to hit. And there's ball 2 inside, so he missed low, and now he missed inside to Luca Morales. Morales has a stolen base and an RBI base hit already this inning, or this game, and we're in the top of the second inning. 7-3 is the score. Runner on third takes his lead. That is blocked by the catcher. Tough block right there. Does a good job to slide to his right to keep that in front of him, Hayden Bledsoe. Nick Fasthorse on the mound in relief of Julian Detrixie. Detrixie went 1 inning, and now Nick Fasthorse has the second inning. 7-3 is the score. 2 runs are in. 1 run is on third base, 90 feet away. Nicholas Mack, the runner. And Morales hits it off the end of the bat. A little out in front of that one. First baseman out and takes it. Good job by the first baseman. Braylon Reynolds catches that one for the 3rd out. So Fasthorse did give up 2 runs, but they were unearned runs. Both those runs were unearned, and leaves 1 runner stranded. Nicholas Mack on third base. He does retire. The dangerous Luca Morales. Good job by the Conquistadores to get out of that one, but they need to play a little better defense. and keep scoring those runs. 2 runs score. 7-3 is the score. Bottom of the second inning, Conquistadores coming to bat, looking to chip away from the lead. This is Anthony DeSanto with the PRIBL. All right, we're back here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us on this beautiful day in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Wonderful weather out here we've been having. Hope you've been enjoying wherever you've been watching from. Too cold, too hot. Either way, we're in the shade here in Aguadilla. Beautiful day on this Thursday. Bottom of the second inning, 7-3 is the score. Takes that one inside and high. Mason back on the mound. Matthias Mason and his Peregrinos have the lead. The batter, Hayden Bledsoe, batting. Down by a few runs here. Let's see if Bledsoe can reach base. Bledsoe doing the catching for Conquistadores. Takes a strike right there. Good pitch from Mason. Mason wants to fill up the strike zone against these Conquistadores. They've got the lead. Another good strike. Mason comes set. Hayden Bledsoe, the batter. Let's see what he does here. Wide. Full count now. Full count to Bledsoe. Not what you want to do here is walk Bledsoe to pitch to Braden Kaler. I'm pretty shocked that Kaler is batting 9th today. He's one of the best hitters I've seen in the PRIBL. Yeah, good pitch right there. Mason gets the strikeout. Big out right there. First out. Hayden Bledsoe goes down. Brings up Braden Kaler with nobody on base. So this is how you want to pitch to Braden Kaler. I mean, he might be tiny, but he's mighty. He can play all over the field and does a great job wherever he's at. And he's hitting ninth for his Conquistadores. He's DHing actually today. Taken outside, inside, behind his back for a ball. So 1 out. Peregrinos in their navy blue uniform and orange accent sleeves and back area. Kaler hammers that ball. That's what I'm talking about. Braden Kaler all over that from Matthias Mason. Kaler reaches base with 1 out, runner on first base. I'm assuming he's going to be running. I'm assuming he's fine, too. I was pretty shocked that he's batting ninth. But either way, Kaler can do damage wherever he's at. Reaching base with a base hit through the shortstop and third base hole. Tony Gwynn would call that the 5.5 hole. The way that the numbers go on the infield and outfield, every player on defense has a number associated with the position that they play with. 5 is the third baseman and 6 is the shortstop, and you'd call it the 5.5 hole. Takes a ball, leadoff hitter Joel Cortez walked and stole 2 bases and scored a run today. So he's been all over the diamond. Made a really nice play in short left field to catch a ball. Taken for a ball. That's what I've noticed a little bit so far in the PRIBL. I've been here only since Monday, and last year I had a really good taste of it. That was my first year, and I would say that the overall ability, athletic ability, and baseball IQ and talent is better this year than last year. There goes the runner. Kaler steals that one easily. He stole that one off the pitcher for sure. So Braden Kaler did good to reach base with a hard base hit and then get into scoring position with the stolen base there. So he's had a really nice day already, and it's only in the bottom of the second inning. Both teams have actually had a really productive day at the plate. And now he's aboard with his second walk of the game. 2 at-bats and 2 walks for Joel Cortez. Tons of speed on the bases for Conquistadores. They're down 7-3. There's only 1 out, but threatening here with runners on first and second. Kaler and Cortez, the base runners. Hammers it to the shortstop. Ranges over, flips to the second baseman for 1, on to first. Blocked, but can't catch it. Kaler takes a few steps off, but does not advance. So the dangerous Kapono Kahale is on first base. So 2 outs now. Shortstop did a good job to flip it to his second baseman. That was Fuentes to Diaz. I think Diaz took a awkward approach to second base. Maybe the flip wasn't so good. That's why he had to take that approach. But either way, they do get the out at second. Big out right there. First and third, Conquistadores bat. Connor Anderson, the dangerous Connor Anderson, had a double and 2 RBI hit right there in his first at bat and stole third. So he's had a really nice. There goes the runner from first to second. They throw down to third. Good play by the catcher and third baseman to come together on that play, but diving back safely is Braden Kaler. Kaler on third base. He got a base hit and stole second base and got to third on the hit by Kahala. And Capono's on second base. Another stolen base for him. That's his second stolen base today. Connor Anderson bats 3-0 with 2 runners in scoring position. I mean, talk about an at-bat right here. Conquistadores down by 4. 2 runners in scoring position. The dangerous Connor Anderson takes a strike. So runners on second and third scoring position for Connor Anderson. Be careful with Anderson. Here's the pitch. Just inside. So now bases are loaded. Loaded up for Braylon Reynolds. Reynolds wants to come through for his Conquistadores. The tying run, is at the plate. Conquistadores down by 4, 7-3. Bases loaded, take their leads. Takes a strike. Big pitch right there. Matthias Mason bending. Let's see if he can get out of it. There's 2 outs. Braylon Reynolds bats. Jehoshua Smart on deck. Here's the pitch. Taken high. 1-1. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Full of Conquistadores. Let's see if they can conquer this inning. Reynolds bats with his green bat. Here's the pitch. The 1-1. Taken high. 2-1. Hitters count now. This is a dangerous pitch that Matthias Mason's about to throw. Peregrinos up 7-3. There's 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Kaler, the runner on third. He's the lead runner. Capono on second. Anderson on first. Throw behind. That's a dangerous play by the catcher right there from Peregrinos. Three and 1 is the count. 2 outs. Another dangerous pitch coming from Mason. Bases loaded. 2 outs. This is the at-bat of the game so far. Let's see what happens. Braylon Reynolds, the cleanup hitter, the 4-hitter. First baseman, Braylon Reynolds. Hammers it to right field. Right fielder going back. Still going back. Still going back. That ball's down. 1 run will score. 2 runs. Capono scoring. Here comes the trail runner. Anderson's going to score. And sliding in safely. Getting away from the third baseman. Here he comes. Braylon Reynolds ties it up. How about that? Unbelievable hitting. Conquistadores never say die. 4 runs scored. Tie up the ball game with 2 outs. Mason giving it up for Peregrinos. Conquistadores. Wow. I told you before, this Conquistadores team is extremely well balanced, blessed with tons of speed and tons of power as well. So they tie things up 7-7. The score with 2 outs, nobody on base, and Jehoshua Smart, the batter. Meeting of the minds. We might have a new pitcher come in. I'll let you know when we come back. 7-7 is the score. Was jumped out to an early 5-0 lead. Conquistadores roared back at the bottom of the third, scoring 3. Then Peregrinos scored 2 in the top of the second inning. And then Conquistadores are roaring back, and they scored 4 runs in the bottom of the second inning. Braylon Reynolds had the keynote big hit. Bases clearing triple, and then he scored on the throw as Smart comes up empty right there. Lunging and off-balance swing. Let's see if Smart can make the adjustment. He grounded out earlier. Smart takes that one wide. 2 outs, nobody on base. 7-7 the score. I mean, really impressive at-bats from all these hitters. Good eyes at the plate and getting the big hit when needed. And comes up empty again, lunging. Jehoshua Smart out in front of that one. Trying to do a little too much. 2-2 now. The pitch from Mason. Mason still in on the mound. Trying to finish this bottom of the second inning. Inside, called, strike three, locks him up. Good job by Mason to strike out Smart and end the inning. 7-7 the score. Conquistadores score 4 runs to tie it up in the bottom of the second inning. 7-7 the score as we head to the third inning. The score is tied 7-7. Peregrinos and Conquistadores. This is Anthony DeSanto from Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, bringing you this broadcast from the PRIBL. Coming back in a minute. All right, we're back live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. This is Anthony DeSanto giving you this live broadcast, part of the Puerto Rican International Baseball League. Beautiful weather here in Aguadilla. Rain is always a possibility, but beautiful weather since I've been here. I'm not saying that I brought the beautiful weather, and the first pitch to Ramsey gets hit with the pitch. That is Nick Fast Horse still on the mound. Nick Fast Horse hits Ramsey with the first pitch. Nobody out. Runner on first base now. Jacob Straknick had a base hit, RBI base hit earlier in his first at-bat. Hits it right to the second baseman. Flips to the shortstop. Beautiful play. Catches it and double play. Wow, held on by the first baseman of Conquistadores. Great play by the middle infielder, shortstop Cortez, and second base Theodores Matrixis. And Braylon Reynolds does a great job of catching that and holding the base. So 2 outs now. Jacob Straknick is retired. Dominic Diaz steps in with 2 outs. 4-6-3, twin killing. So Fast Horse loves that. He hit Ramsey and then got the double play. Slapped foul. Angelina Fuentes, if you are listening back home and watching Peregrinos Conquistadores, rooting on your brother Angel. Hey, good pitch right there. Fast horse gets the corner on Diaz. 2 strikes to Diaz. Hello, Angelina. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. My pleasure to shout out everybody and make sure everybody feels connected with this game. If you're watching and paying attention from wherever you are, beautiful Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. This is my second time in Puerto Rico, and I've just been blessed with beautiful weather, beautiful culture, beautiful food. Yesterday, my wife and I got steak at Pal 24, if I'm saying the restaurant right. Pal 24. Beautiful restaurant, beautiful views. Some of the best steak I've ever had in Puerto Rico. Full count, here's the pitch. Fast horse just misses. He wanted that one. He wanted that one. The umpire going out to the mound to talk to the pitcher, Fast horse. So aboard is Diaz. Dominic Diaz walks for the second time. Dominic Diaz walked in his first and now walks again. So Noah Aranda, the batter. So it's Adrian Perez. So it should be Perez. So they mixed it up last time. Number 25, yeah. Oh, Matthias Mason. They might have 2 number 25s, you never know. Number 25 is batting. Diaz, the runner on first base. He just walked. Checks on him. Diving back safely. 7-7 the score. Tied at 7 in the top of the 3rd inning. Very entertaining game for you wherever you're watching. Taken down low. Runner takes off. Safe at second base. Good job by the runner, Diaz, to notice that ball in the dirt and take off. So he's now in scoring position. Matthias Mason, the batter. Drills him in the leg, right on the hamstring. He limps it off and chucks his bat and hobbles over to first base. Shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling over to first base. First and second are the base runners. Number 5 coming to bat. For Peregrinos, Noah Aranda, the batter. He's had a nice day at the plate today. Looks to cash in the runner from second base. That is Dominic Diaz. The runner Mason on first getting hit on the hamstring. Fast horse misses low. Good block by the catcher, Bledsoe. Let's see if Aranda can cash the runner in. Score is tied 7-7. The go-ahead run is on second base. In scoring position is Diaz. Takes his lead. That ball's high. Squirts out of the catcher's mitt. Couldn't hold that one. So now second and third. 2 runs are in scoring position. Not what Conquistadores want. Conquistadores are against the wall right here. They gave up 5 in the first inning. They gave up 5 in the second inning. So far, they haven't given up any runs in the third inning here, but threatening with 2 outs in a tie ball game. 7-7. Runners on second and third in scoring position. Noah Aranda, the batter, takes A strike right there. Good pitch right there from Nick Fasthorse. Just throw strikes. I know it's it's very much so easier said than done, but Nick Fasthorse, oh, good pitch right there. Fasthorse fields it on a hop and tosses it to his first baseman for the third out. That does it for the Peregrinos. They don't score. They fail to score in the third inning, leaving 2 runners aboard. Score is tied 7-7. Now Conquistadores, the home team, coming to bat after they just scored 4 runs to tie things up 7-7. They come to bat in the bottom of the third inning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the bottom of the third inning. 7-7 the ball game here, tied. Peregrinos jumped out to a big lead in the first inning and held it in the second inning. But Conquistadores came roaring back with 3 in the first and 4 in the second. And they bat. Takes a strike, new pitcher on the mound. Janiel Garcia for Peregrinos comes set. Here's the pitch from Garcia. Taken inside to the batter. Let's see if Theodores can reach base. 3-1 right now. Not what you want to do to Theodores. He walked earlier in the game, and he stole a base, so he's super dangerous. have to be careful with him, and loses him there. So runner on first base is Theodores. Clayton Blummel, the batter. He tangles with the new pitcher. Checks on the runner. Good job. Oh, throws it low and can't get picked by Luca Morales, rounding second. He's on his way, standing. Oh, he's going to slide for show into third base. Theodores Matrixis does a good job of getting himself 90 feet away with the go-ahead run. Very dangerous speedster on third base. Conquistadores brings the infield in to the Peregrinos. And the pitch stays high. So Baez on the mound. That gets wide. Here comes Theodores standing up with the go-ahead run. 8-7. So Baez comes in and gives up the go-ahead run. Clayton Mitrozikis scores. Theodores, the go-ahead run. Clayton Blummel, the batter. Bats with nobody on and nobody out. Takes it inside, just inside. Nobody out, 3-0. Bottom of the third inning. They have the lead, 8-7. Conquistadores. Conquistadores have the lead, 8-7. They just scored in the bottom of the third inning. Nobody out. 8-7 is the score. The bases are empty. Comes up empty on that one for a strike. Good job by the pitcher now for the record, as he gave up the go-ahead run, is Baez, Janziel Baez. And now he walks Blummel, so he's on base. Bledsoe, the batter, coming up. Nobody out, runner on first base. Garcia. Janiel Garcia. The pitcher of record. He gave up the go-ahead run. He came into a tie ball game, and Garcia gives up the go-ahead run, 8-7. Runner on first base. Takes his lead. Takes it high. Does Bledsoe, the batter. Conquistadores are not looking to lose this game. I mean, talk about a fighting team. They are a fighting team. Scored 3 in the bottom of the first, scored 4 runs in the bottom of the second, and scored the go-ahead 8th run in the third inning. That's the inning we're in, the bottom of the third inning. Conquistadores are the home team. Hayden Bledsoe, the catcher, struck out in his first at-bat, trying to be productive to move Blummel, the runner, on first around. And he takes off. Goes down on strikes again, Hayden Bledsoe. Clayton Blummel, wow. He stole that off the pitcher. Big time. Blummel knows a thing or two about pitchers. He is a pitcher as well. Oh, the drone is charging as we speak. Taking so many good shots. Our audio and visual team behind the scenes, the people you don't see. Hammered out of play, heads up. Must pay attention. Must be careful. Foul balls come up. Braden Kaler, the batter, the runner in scoring position, stays behind it and gets it to the shortstop. Luca Morales picks it and gets the batter right there, so he's out at first. Good job by the shortstop coming in and over and throwing across his body. And Luca Morales coming off the bag at first base to tag out the speedy Braden Kaler. Kaler is retired on a good play by the shortstop for Peregrinos. And Clayton Blummel gets himself to third base. I almost was thinking in my head if he was going to throw it to third base to get Blummel, but he chose to throw across to first base, and it pays off to get the out. So that's the first out of the inning in the bottom of the third inning. 1 run is in. Joel Cortez bats. Takes a good pitch right there. So Conquistadores have the lead. Looking for some more here with 1 out. Janiel Garcia on the mound. With 1 out, kicks, fires, and deals. Slammed into left center field. It's going to be a tough play for the center fielder, but he picks it off, and that does it for the batter and the inning of the Conquistadores. So they give up the go-ahead run. 1 run does score, and that's all they get, but they do get the go-ahead run. The score is 8-7 now. 8-7, Conquistadores, the home team, with the lead. They strand 1 runner, but they do score the go-ahead. Peregrinos coming to bat in the top of the 4th inning, and we'll be back momentarily. Back here live with the new pitcher on the mound. Alejandro Amezquita for Conquistadores. Let's see if he can settle things down. Alejandro on the mound. Comes set with his blue glove. Kicks, fires, and deals the first offering. Good fastball right there as he attacks the hitter for Peregrinos in this fourth inning. 8-7's the score. Nobody on, nobody out. So leading off the top of the fourth inning. Conquistadores coming back in a big way to score the tying run in the bottom of the second inning, and then scoring the go-ahead run in the third inning. So it's 8-7. Slap to the second baseman. Plays it off the side. Give that guy a base hit. That ball was a rocket off the bat of Peregrinos. Adrian Perez. So Alejandro is greeted with a hard hit base hit from Adrian Perez. Now stepping in, Angel Fuentes. Fuentes, the batter, has had a nice day at the plate, walking both times. His sister Angelina watching this broadcast. Thank you so much. A shout out to Miss Fuentes and everybody else who's listening on this beautiful day in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. The sun is shining, some scattered clouds, but the players love those to keep them cool on their backs. Here's the pitch from Alejandro. Is a good one, taken for a strike. Good pitch right there. So we've already seen a good fastball from Alejandro, and he backs it up with his secondary pitches right there. Good pitch right there to Fuentes. Fuentes, a dangerous hitter, but dealing with a little bit of a hamstring issue, but doesn't stop him. Comes up empty on the big swing, went out of the strike zone, and he struck out right there on the high, hard fastball from Alejandro. So one out, runner on first base. First base is Perez. Nicholas Mack now the batter. He walked and reached base and stole a base and scored in his first at-bat. Takes that one high and wide. Good fastball from Alejandro again. Alejandro throwing strikes and throwing hard. Perez greeted him with a base hit, so he's on first base. Takes his lead. Another good fastball. Alejandro knows what he's doing on the mound. He is very impressive in this short term on the mound for Conquistadores. This Conquistadores team can play. They are loaded. They've got tons of speed, scrappy players everywhere. There goes the runner, Perez. Good jump. He got it off the pitcher. Throw down from the catcher is not nearly in time. Perez stole that one off Alejandro. Alejandro was zoned in on the batter, which I understand, but you got to pay attention to the runners as well. He's now on second base in scoring position is Adrian Perez. Nicholas Mack comes up empty on the big swing. And that's a big pitch right there again from the live arm of Alejandro, the new pitcher, on for Conquistadores. This Conquistadores team can do a lot of things right, and they've got the lead right now in the fourth inning. Getting to third, 90 feet away now. Alejandro tapping his chest and saying to his catcher, yeah, I got it, and that was my mistake, or tough pitch to block. Maybe they might have crossed each other up there. But nonetheless, runner on third base, one out. Alejandro comes set. Slammed into left center field. Left fielder ranging over and in, makes the catch, throws it in. Going to have a play at the plate. Oh, can't handle it. Scores the tying run. Big run right there in the top of the 4th inning. This is a timed game. It's 11:48. That's a big run right there. Adrian Perez did well to lead it off with a base hit. Stole second, got to third on the wild pitch pass ball, and scores on the sacrifice fly. Good throw from the left fielder for Conquistadores. He got behind that one and threw a good throw to the catcher, but he could not handle the bounce. Slammed into right field. Right fielder raging over to his right. He's not going to catch it. That might go to the wall. Going to second. Turning the corner. Manny Gonzalez is going to be standing with a triple. Manny Gonzalez gave that a ride. Man, he inside-ed out that one and did a good job of hitting. Wow. The dangerous Manny Gonzalez comes through with a triple 3-base hit. Nothing the right fielder could do is just pick it up and throw it in, and that's what he did. Standing, Manny Gonzalez on third base, representing the go-ahead run in the top of the 4th inning. It's 8-8. Another dangerous hitter, Samuel Meisner, bats with the runner on third base. Takes a strike on the outside corner, Alejandro. On the mound for Conquistadores, gave up the tying run. Let's see if he can give up the go-ahead run in the top of the 4th inning. Both hits against Alejandro have been hard hits. Good pitch right there. Bends in for a strike. 0-2 now to Samuel Meisner. Alejandro does a good job of settling things down by throwing 2 quick strikes to work ahead. 0-2 is the count to Samuel Meisner with the runner on third base. Manny Gonzalez hit a triple down the corner in right field. Went against the fence. Got himself to third base. Inside outs, that one gets jammed a little bit. First runner on third base can't score because the second baseman does a good job of fielding that one, ranging in and over, flipping it over to first base. So good job by Conquistadores and their defense. They give up the 1 run. It's tied 8-8. 1 run does score. 1 run is left on base. That was the go-ahead run. They could not score it, but they do tie it. Conquistadores coming into bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be back momentarily. Back here live in a tie ball game, 8-8. We've seen an excellent game played by both teams. Offensively, very, very entertaining. The pitchers have been stretched to the max by these hitters in this Conquistadores and Peregrinos game. Peregrinos gave up the lead, but they tied it up in the top of the fourth inning, 8-8. Conquistadores bats and gets drilled with the first pitch is Capono Kahale, setting up the dangerous Connor Anderson in the bottom of the fourth inning. Nobody out. 8-8 ball game. This is a timed wooden bat league game. All these hitters bat with wood bats. 2-hour time limit game. It's been a very, very offensively focused game. 8-8. 8 runs scoring for each team. Peregrinos and Conquistadores. Conquistadores are the home team. If they can score this go-ahead run, this might be the game. There goes the runner, Kahale. Capono is going to steal second base. Good throw by the catcher, though. So Capono reaches base the hard way. He gets plunked and steals his third base of the game. Tons of speed, tons of power. I mean, extremely well-balanced and scrappy team. That ball's hammered into the shortstop area. Off. Takes a huge bounce. Here comes the go-ahead run. It's going to score. Capono Kahale scores the go-ahead run. 9-8. Connor Anderson again comes through. Another RBI for him. 3 RBIs, a double, and a stolen base for Connor Anderson. He's been one of the best players in this PRIBL and again comes through for Conquistadores. 9-8, the home team bats with a runner on first base, nobody out. Braylon Reynolds had the biggest hit of the game so far. A bases clearing, a bases empty triple, 3 RBIs, and he ended up scoring, and he was the tying run at the time in the second inning. They scored 4 runs, did the Conquistadores, on Braylon Reynolds' hit. He is the definition of a cleanup hitter. He cleaned up the bases of the Conquistadores. They loaded it up, and he cleared them. He hammered that ball and got himself the tying run. He came around to score. That ball squirts through the catcher's legs, allowing Anderson to get to second now. In scoring position, be very careful with Braylon Reynolds. Jehoshua Smart on deck. He's had a tough day at the plate, has Smart. So he's going to want to make amends in this next at-bat for him. Taken wide. Janiel Garcia on the mound again. Having a tough go of it. Every pitcher that stepped on the mound, to be honest, has had a rough go of it. Tons of runs, 9-8. The score. Nobody out. There goes Reynolds walking, so smart move. Speaking of smart, here comes Jehoshua Smart, the batter. The manager coming out for Peregrinos to take the ball away from Garcia. Garcia is going to sit down. We'll have a new pitcher, and we'll introduce him as he comes in momentarily. This is Anthony DeSanto with the PRIBL. We saw the Conquistadores take the lead 9-8. Runners on first and second. We'll be back momentarily. New pitcher on the mound, getting his warm-up pitches for Peregrinos, Jacob Strekniak. Strekniak coming in a tough situation for Peregrinos. 9-8 is the score. Peregrinos scoring the tying run in the top of the fourth inning, but the go-ahead run, Conquistadores have scored. The go-ahead run, 9-8, threatening for more. Runners on first and second. The new pitcher, Jacob Strekniak, on the mound against Smart. That's first pitch by Jacob, is taken down low. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher. A good block by the catcher. Jehoshua Smart, the batter, batting fifth for his Conquistadores with the lead and looking for some more. Jacob Strekniak on the mound, comes set. Slammed into center field. Center field coming in. That's going to land, base hit. Bobbled in center field by the center fielder. Another run, or one run comes in, so the second run of the inning. Second and third now. Good job of hitting by Smart. Really nice RBI base hit. He's had a rough day at the plate today, but he comes through big time for his Conquistadores. RBI base hit. Run scoring single for Jehoshua Smart. Jehoshua Smart on second base, second and third now. Reynolds and Smart on the bases. No advancement by Reynolds. Connor Anderson scoring on the base hit by Smart. Runners on second and third. There's still nobody out. Conquistadores have the lead and looking for some more. Theodorus takes that one down low. Catcher fakes the throw to third. Theodorus Matrixikos. Matrixikos, the batter, with runners on second and third. Nobody out. Runners take their leads. Takes inside for a strike. Good pitch right there by Strekniak. Comes set, does Jacob. Taken down low. Peregrinos against the ropes here. 2 runs are in. They're up by 2. 10-8. Runners on second and third. Theodorus, the batter, takes down low. Load him up. That's his third walk. Theodoros Matrixikos 3 times has reached base to load him up. Clayton Blummel, the batter. Hayden Bledsoe on deck. Slammed into left field. That ball's going to land. 1 run's going to score. They're going base to base. How about that? Clayton Blummel joins the party. RBI base hit. Hayden Bledsoe gets his turn at bat. He's struck out twice, but he bats now with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Conquistadores are a dangerous, dangerous team in the PRIBL. All these teams are well balanced, and you can see the Peregrinos are a dangerous team as well, but they lack on the mound, I think, a little bit They scored 5 runs in the first inning, did Peregrinos. They scored 2 in the second, and 1 in the top of the first inning. Four in the second. Fourth and threatening for more bases. Everybody out. Bledsoe bats with a count of 1 and 2, so Streknik can retire. That ball's flared over the head of the second baseman and gets by the right fielder. 1 run Smart scores. Here comes another run. Theodoros Matrikos is scoring again. He reached base 3 times to Theodoros. Runners on first and second. 2 runs scored on that last hit. Good pitch right there. All right, 5 runs in. 13-8. Comes in. Nobody scored on that one, but station to station, good job of hitting. Man, these guys can swing the bat. Bats. We saw a fast horse on the mound. He could play anywhere in the infield as well. Has a strong arm and a good bat. As he bats with the bases loaded. Conquistadores are on right now. Into right field. That's going to land just foul. Landed, I think everybody would have scored on that one. Ball's hit to second base, goes to shortstop with it. They get the out at shortstop, so 1 out. 1 run does score another run. That's the 6th run of this inning. 14-8, but they do get the first out. Fast Horse is on first. Runners on first and second. Fast Horse in a 14-8 ball game. No lead is safe. In this game especially, how many runs have scored this game? So Fast Horse in second. Fielder's choice. This Conquistadores team, I keep mentioning it, but you can see it if you're following the PRIBL and watching this game especially. Never say die now. The way this team plays, the way this team is loaded top to bottom. Very, very good team. It takes to win any game. It's not always the best team that wins. It's just the team that plays the best together and competes. And they absolutely compete. And they're doing it in this game as they got down to scoring and catching back in every bat. Be careful. Birds everywhere. That'd be the worst thing to get. Cortez, for the third time, Joel Cortez reaches by a walk. Luca Morales, the acting pitching coach, comes out and coach talks to his teammates. The infielders come together. Not sure what they're going to talk about and come together. And bases are loaded, full of Conquistadores. It's the most runs I've seen in the PRIBL. Maybe they'll try the hidden ball trick. Luca Morales comes off the field to give Jacob a breather. We saw Jacob behind the plate. He's an excellent catcher. Especially with his plus arm. I'm sure he pitches as well as he's on the mound right now. He's doing his part for his team. I love when teammates pick each other up, and Peregrino's pitcher Jacob Strakniak is doing exactly that. Picking up his teammates, trying his best to get out of this inning and get back to the plate. Conquistadores scoring 6 runs this inning and threatening for more. There's only 1 out as Kapono Kahali bats. Takes that one low and in the dirt. Tough day for the pitcher. Ronda trying his best, but this Conquistadores Six runs in, threatening for more. Bases are loaded, full of Conquistadores. This might be the last inning. The Peregrinos might get their last at-bats, and that might do it. This is a timed 2-hour game. And they're up 14-8, Conquistadores. Taken down low, runs the score. About him momentarily as he comes on. Warm-ups, and we'll be back briefly. 15-8, bases loaded. Conquistadores in control of this game. All right, we're back here live. This is Anthony DeSanto bringing you this broadcast live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Beautiful Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Bases are loaded. What's not beautiful is the score right now. 15-8, Conquistadores bat with the bases loaded. Undefeated if in this game. Dangerous. Connor Anderson. Amazing day on the plate today. Three RBIs on the day. Slams that one up the middle. Shortstop does a good job raging over to his left. Firing and throwing out Anderson, but a run scores. So another run scores and another RBI for Anderson. That's his fourth RBI today. Connor Anderson having a nice day at the plate for Conquistadores, but they do get the out. 2 outs now, runners on second and third. The dangerous Braylon Reynolds bats again. He's got 3 RBIs today. He's got a couple hits to his line score, 2 hits to be exact. I'm sorry, just the 1 hit. He reached base on a walk. That's how he got on base the second time there. Hit a triple, bases clearing triple. No advancement. Tomias Ramsey, the pitcher now on for Peregrinos. Ramsey doing his part to take it for the team. Eight runs in. Sixteen to 8. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Braylon Reynolds, the dangerous hitter. One's going to score another run. That's the 9 runs are in. Reynolds walks to reload the bases. Bases are loaded. Jehoshua Smart, the batter. He steps in again with the bases loaded. Let's see if he can get another hit like he did last time. He got a nice base hit in his last at-bat. RBI base hit for Jehoshua Smart as he takes said and done as Smart fouls that one straight back. And the Peregrinos and Taínos played yesterday. Takes strike 3. Smart goes down on strikes. And that does it for Ramsey and Peregrinos as they score 9 times in the bottom of the 4th inning to get to 17-8. That's the score right now. And Peregrinos coming to bat one more time, and that's probably going to do it for the game after Peregrinos bats. This is a time limit game in the PRIBL. Peregrinos coming to bat, down by a touchdown. We'll be back momentarily. All right, well, that does it. Final score, 17-8. Conquistadores improved their record as they beat the Peregrinos. Peregrinos go down. That's their second loss. That's their third loss, sorry. They're 0-3, Peregrinos. They lost yesterday, and they lose today. Tough loss today. Every loss is tough, but Conquistadores, man, they improved their record to 3-0. They've been extremely impressive. They're probably the best team in the PRIBL, but all teams are very equal. Peregrinos can score. They scored big time yesterday. They scored big time today. Normally when you score 8 runs in a game, you expect to win, but that's not the case today for Peregrinos as they lose to Conquistadores 17-8. This is Anthony DeSanto. That does it for the first game, the afternoon game, coming to you live at 1 o'clock. The afternoon game, Taínos and Pelicanos, will be the 1 o'clock game, and we'll bring it to you live in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. We are live in Puerto Rico. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Final score is 17-8. Conquistadores 3-0, and Peregrinos 0-3.